Hi guys, thanks for joining me. I wanted to post an update. I have not been on for probably about 4 weeks, to be honest. I've been super busy. I felt a prompting to go on and just share kind of what I'm seeing, how revival is being carried in our city, and what the Lord is calling me personally to in my life. So I think I shared before that I'm a nurse practitioner. My specialty has been hospice. I've worked in hospice for 8 years. It was about 8 years. And I actually love hospice. But the Lord brought me to functional medicine, where there's a lifestyle approach and it's more like a natural, holistic way to healing. After I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, polycystic ovarian syndrome, I had a total hysterectomy. I had a health crash. And actually, I would pray, and hopefully I won't cry during this video, but I would actually pray and ask the Lord to take me to heaven, because if I was going to have to live that way, so tired and in so much pain that I just wanted to die. And I knew that wasn't the Lord's will. So I really sought Him in healing spiritually, physically, emotionally, mentally, fought depression, anxiety, all of the things. And when He brought me to functional medicine, I really started to find out I could find answers to my problem, and I could find ways to help where I wasn't living on pharmaceuticals and pills every day. So my husband and I are kind of the same way. We don't even like to, he's probably more like that even than I am. He doesn't even like to take a Tylenol. I'm kind of getting like that now, because the Lord is teaching me other ways to help with pain, not just suffer through it, but actually to help with it. So fast forward, this year I went to school for functional medicine. I started training in it. I already had some training in it and some personal experience. So I was facing some mandates and for the jab. And I knew that the Lord was really pressing me, that was not in alignment with what I believed, because I am more holistic. And I think it's really scary when someone tells you, like, you're not going to be able to feed your family if you don't get this jab. So there were a whole list of things wrong with that to me. And I was in prayer one day, and the Lord told me that He was going to have me start my practice. And I remember Him specifically, I was saying, like, Lord, I don't think I'm ready. Like, I don't know what to do. And what He said to me, I heard Him say, pedal to the metal. And I said, okay, when? And He told me, I believe it was the end of July, to start the building blocks. My practice is telemedicine, so I can see anybody all over the world. Start the building blocks, start the business, start putting things in place. And as I continued to pray, He told me October 31st. He actually told me, you're going to divorce the world on October 31st. And so I said, okay, Lord, like, you show me the way. So thankfully, my husband was supportive. Please pray for me, because this is a big jump to go from my full-time salary to, just starting a business. But I knew the Lord was calling me to do it, and so I was going to be obedient. And little did I know, by like November, I want to say 11th or 12th, I would find out that not my employer, All Healthcare, CMS came out, and they're the Center for Medicaid and Medicare Services. They actually came out and said that they were requiring all healthcare workers to be vaccinated, or else agencies would not get their reimbursements, which kind of put them in a hard place. So, of course, my agency that I just left like 2 weeks before put out that we are going to be mandating. I know that there's some places that are actually allowing, like, the religious exemption form, other places not so much. But really, I knew the Lord was calling me out. He was calling me out. And it's hard. It's hard to work full-time in hospice. It's emotionally difficult. I've watched people die for 8 years, especially when the Lord was putting healing on my heart so much. And I knew he could heal, and just seeing that, it was really difficult. It just challenged my faith every day. So my husband, like I said, was really in agreement, and I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that he was supportive and really in that decision to leave my full-time job and start a business. So that is what I've done. My approach is a mind, body, spirit through really honing in on the word and seeing, first of all, finding the root of the problem, because our lifestyle and all of these things that we kind of ignore, our diet and just how we live, and stress and managing stress, and really coming at healthcare from a biblical view. So I do believe, and I know the Lord is pioneering a new healthcare. And he's pioneering a lot of things in a lot of areas. I've seen Christians rise up in politics, and I've seen Christians rising up in healthcare, and I've seen Christians rising up in a lot of worldly places where I think we sat down, so to speak. I really do. I think I have said this, and actually I read this. If you have not read, I wish I could remember the name of the book. I'll get back to you. The Habitation of Glory, I think it's called. If you've not read that, it's an excellent book by Pastor Todd Smith. So what I believe, and I think a lot of people in church would agree with this, that if our nation's failing, the church is responsible. We are responsible. We kind of sat down. I think we voted. I know a lot of believers that voted in a way that kind of allowed certain things to dominate in our culture. And I'm going like, guys, we should be voting for truth. So there's been a lot of biblical standards that have fallen to the wayside because we sat down. The church sat down. Like, I think we sat down. So I think it was like 73 or 74% of America says they're Christians. And if you look at politics and healthcare and policy and school systems, we're not seeing that. We're just not seeing it. So I'm thankful that, parents are taking notice in school boards, and people are standing up, and people are really pushing back. And I'm thankful. I'm so thankful for that. So I just want to encourage you that you have a part in revival. You have a part in revival. You have a part in sharing the gospel, even with your friends and your coworkers and their peers. You have a part in revival. So I just want to encourage you in that. I want to encourage you that whatever you're facing, the Lord is faithful. And listen, I believe that this is an exciting time, because I believe that there's going to be, he's going to raise up kingdom businesses. And so that's why I felt so confidently about doing it, because I know my King, and I know he doesn't fail. And I know obedience, the word says obedience is greater than sacrifice. And so I've said to the Lord, I'm going to be obedient. I'm going to be obedient. I don't know where we're going, but I'm going to be obedient to you. And listen, the enemy will come at you like you have never seen when you start standing for the truth. I've been in some battles, and it's been hard. It's been challenging. I've really had to pray through a lot of things. I've shed a lot of tears. But I know that as a believer, I'm held accountable to the things that I know and I don't do. And so I have had to really look at my own areas of compromise, and I've really had to go all in with my faith. And it's been hard, and I've sacrificed a lot. But his sacrifice was so much greater, but just learning the grace that he gives, and just being obedient to him. And even when it's scary and you don't know what's happening and you feel like you're alone on an island, and just growing, because he, his word says that he transforms us into his image, which means he does change us from the inside out. And so that can be a bit of a process. I don't always do it gracefully, but I always lean in on him to help me do it. So I also think that we're in a time where the gospel is dying in our nation, whether we want to believe it or not. And he's just looking for someone to stand. And I shared on my Facebook today, I recently took a chaplaincy class, and only because I felt he was calling me to. That was the only reason. That's it. But I was reading the book of Isaiah, and in Isaiah, I think it's 6:8, where this might be where I cry. Sorry. In Isaiah 6:8, the Lord looked around and said, I'll actually read it because I have it up. Also, I heard the voice of the Lord saying, whom shall I send and who will go for us? Then I said, here I am, Lord, send me. I felt that when I read that, the Lord was saying to me, whom will I send, daughter? Whom will I send? And in my prayer closet, I literally raised my hand and I said, Lord, send me. So it comes with a cost. I will tell you, it comes with a cost. It comes with the cost of, really deciding to not be lukewarm, and for people not to understand, and for a lot of growing pains and all of those things. But he is worthy. That's what I know. I know he is worthy, and I know that he is faithful. He's faithful to carry us from glory to glory. So I wanted to share that today to encourage you, whatever he's calling you to do, whatever hard decision you're looking at today, he will be there. He will provide for you. He will show up. He is faithful. So I just want to encourage you in that. And just praying blessings over all of you. I hope that you are asking the Lord, how can I partner with revival in my city? How can I partner with revival in my culture? I mean, we have Facebook. We can literally be speaking revival through the airwaves. Like that's it. If only even if you're housebound and you have social media, you can be a voice for revival. And so I want to encourage you in that. So I look forward. I hope to be back sooner this time. I've been really busy building a business and working with patients and hearing great testimonies that will blow my mind. Like people actually just feeling better. It's just amazing. It's amazing seeing people delivered. Like, listen, the book of Matthew says we will cast out demons. I've never seen demons casted out. Till recently, I'm like, this is really happening. Like, it's crazy. So I am thankful that I see a lot of people pressing in to have a Jesus ministry. And Jesus ministry was very bold. It was questioned a lot. But if I'm going to follow anyone's example, I want it to be his. So be blessed. Take care.